Hey guys. Um, Sorry. Lost in thought. Not lost in thought. Lost in some work. A couple more people I'm reaching out to bring up to have a conversation with. Hey Sniper. Sniper says, "Greeting, beautiful souls from across the pond, but under the same skies." I've just scheduled my next um, guest, but I have actually the next 3 days. I have Friday, I have Saturday, and Sunday. And then we have starting the week off with Miss Flipper. We have the Esoteric Lounge on. I guess we'll be back to Wednesday, right? Tuesday. I think at 1 o'clock. I think no, it might be at 5:25. I have Scott Kilby of the Kilby Institutes. He has facilities around, gets around the world now, using self inquiry, non dual realization, and awakening to guide us out of our addictions, our suffering. We're going to talk about that. Guys, I've tamed the beard just a little bit. Just a little bit. So we'll let it go from here and see if it can even out a bit. Hey, Kat. Michael, how are you? Coco, nice to see you. Working on the Esoteric Lounge, The Secrets of Gospel of Mary. I'm going to see if I can get my hands on a copy, Sniper. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me through some changes. Uh, you know, been through a lot. You and I, you guys, we've been through a lot together. Um, so I don't know. I don't know if people think the guest is a good idea. This is stuff that you're enjoying or not, but it's the direction. Hey, Ali, how are you? Speaking of guests, one of my first and favorite guests, Ali Bird, is here. She had the courage to come up and share her story. Uh, and that was one of the first people I had up. Ali was one of the first three, and people overwhelmingly reached out to say thank you for having her up. Thanks to her. Not thank you to me, but thanks to her. Hey, Ahmed, how are you? I am doing well, my friend. How are you? David says it's been an awesome week so far. Some great energy shared. Yes. Sniper, thank you for being part of it. Thank you for being such a major part of it. Ducky, how you doing, my friend? Mike was finally feeling better. Good. Are you getting out walking more, Michael? He says, always fun, Yogi, to see what direction you go next. Hopefully more of this. You know, I do want to bring up, we'll have Diona and uh, Julie coming up on the 25th. Emma says, Mr. Yogi, always here, my friend. Hey, Jessica. Hi, Eric. I love you, and have a good night, everyone. You too, Jessica. Thank you so much for popping in and saying that. Alex says, so all in the community chat. Hey, Daniel. Happy Thursday to you. This is I feel like everything that I did previously on YouTube prepared me for what we're doing now, not what I'm doing now, what we're doing now. And I need to emphasize that I could not and would not be doing this without you guys, the trust. Hey, Daft Spooky says hi. You should come work in my compound in the Swiss Alps. We need a watchtower operator for the Timberwolf attacks. They away Fjord. Did I say that right? Is it a silent F last week? Well, that's quite the invitation. Is there an online application that I need to fill out? Do I need references? Can I just say that Daft Spooky recommended me? Let me know. Hey, and what's the pay? The Swiss use francs, right? Jeff says, is anyone there? Brooks Agnew, host of America Free Radio. I have not heard of that. They'll be on at 1 o'clock, Kat. The J is silent. So it's Ford? I like the way I said it better. I like Fjord. Fjord. It sounds more Swedish the way I say it. I'm not even Swedish. If it says Johnny, both sides of the same bird. But greetings, welcome in. Hey, relaxing, my friend. How are you? He says, Med, missed you. Hey, Jamie. I was watching you do your sternum pull-ups. Stepper says, Steph Speaky, you're welcome, but please be respectful. Jamie, I like all the different things that you're trying workout wise. So tomorrow, if you are interested about, A Course in Miracles talks about the natural unfoldment of our psychic gifts, and they are gifts. That as we practice forgiveness in this very specific way, as we begin to quiet the mind, as we turn everything over to what the Holy Spirit says, or to what the Course calls the Holy Spirit, but you don't have to. Ali says, very sorry, Yogi. Australia has gone into daylight savings time. Change has been an issue with channels, and I've been away and a leg operation. I hope you're doing okay. Doing lots of physiotherapy. We have early mornings. Ali, you never have to apologize to me, my friend. It's always okay. I hope the therapy's going well. How's your leg feeling? Sample says, Cosmic ordered swift recovery, Ali Bird. Hey, I was looking at the podcast with James. Thank you guys for leaving those wonderful comments. Sniper and Cat and Allie, or I'm sorry, and Ellie, and sorry, my friend Jess. Jess might be buying a house, maybe a mile away from me. Allie says, thank you, and yes, all going well, leg is a lot better. Hey, Ray. Ray, how are you? Ray, how is the fishing? Says he's doing good. Hey, so Allie, I want to mention once again that I don't know if the things that I'm doing right now with the guests would have been possible had you not agreed to be one of my very first guests and having the courage to share your story and helping so many people, inspiring so many people. So thank you. Thank you for having the courage, and thank you for trusting me. So anyway, psychic gifts. We all know, most people know, hey Nino, how are you? That uh, psychic gifts can be a natural outcoming of your meditation practice. If you meditate for just a couple weeks, you'll start experiencing more synchronicities. If you pay attention and follow the synchronicities, you'll see where they lead you. Your intuition sharpens. You get this sense of knowingness, uh, and it can grow and it grow and it grow. It's all outlined in um, Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, called the siddhis. Same in Buddhism. If you practice loving kindness meditation, it is supposed to basically make you literally bulletproof, but you got to be up that high level, right? Um, but hey, Lady Sky, no one considers the possibility of our practice of forgiveness and the outflow of psychic energy from that. We'll find out more tomorrow. Nino says he's doing okay. So, Lady Sky, how are you? I'm not going to bombard you with texts and questions again. Ali says, thank you, Yogi. It was a pleasure to be a guest on your channel with you and all the wonderful people on here. And you brought a lot of people over from Jesse's community too. So a big thank you for that. So we're going to talk about the clairs, the psychic gifts. We're going to talk about tomorrow with our guest, Corinne Zupko. And we're also going to talk about navigating from anxiety, fear, to love, using the tools offered by mindfulness and A Course in Miracles. Maybe, who knows, maybe some breathing techniques. She does breathing techniques and meditation as well. And I really want to talk about cap off the great week and the theme that Sniper helped introduce, the divine feminine. Sniper says, my life was already fulfilled when I was in Australia, seeing Santa arriving on Manly Beach on a jet ski. That sounds like Australia, right? Doesn't it? And I think Sunday we'll talk about A Course in Miracles and maybe some esoteric healing. And again on Tuesday, for those who have struggled with addiction in the past, or who are still struggling now, or are helping people, maybe you're a sponsor, or maybe you just you got people in your family that you're close to who suffer from addiction. The guest on Tuesday, 20 plus years of experiencing of guiding people, leading people from addiction, not just from addiction to freedom. That's important. I mentioned this before with AA, and of course, not everyone. And AA is a wonderful tool, but it is a tool. And eventually, I think we're meant to put tools aside. I knew people 40 years sober who still felt the need to um, attend weekly, bi weekly, or several times a week meetings, which is good because it sure beats the alternative. And anyone who struggled with addiction can back that up. Ali says, Nathan does sound like Australia. Hope you had a great time. Squirrel Sniper. Super says, hope Adam is okay and not felt his energy for a while. I hope I hope he stops by Tuesday for Scott Killaby, because he's the one who recommended. He asked if I ever heard of him, uh, and this probably surprised Kat. I said, you know what? Coincidentally, I'm Facebook friends with Scott, and I could reach out to him. He did not actually expect him to say yes, to be honest with you. Pepper says, Allie, he was 17, 18, lived a year with my Aussie mate in NSW and became a cocktail flarer in Penrith Panthers RSL club. Hey, Carl. Carl says, I haven't been around for 3 days and I haven't been missed. Not true. We do miss you, but I know I'll see you. You may not have been here, Carl, but you're never absent, my friend. You're a friend. You know, we always give friends a little bit of space. Dark said, bro, do a flip. In my younger days, I used to be able to do a flip. Now I could probably do a little bit of a crooked cartwheel, maybe land on my knees. Our friend Syncbook says, Miss Yogi, Grandma is watching. So a big shout out to Miss Joan. Miss Joan, thank you for watching. Very much appreciated. I knew you had a wonderful day with your twin sister getting your hair done. And as I mentioned earlier, I bet you it looks beautiful. Carl says, I've been speaking to my best friend Tina about YouTube. What does Tina have to say about YouTube? Alex says, nice one, would have been a great experience, Squirrel Sniper. Sniper says, to Darknet, pancake or back? What's a pancake? Syncbook says, if I did a flip, I'd break something. Oh, no doubt, I would too. It would be it would have a horrible outcome. The best thing I ever learned from judo, nothing to do with self-defense. Single best thing I learned from judo was how to fall. And it still to this day comes in handy. I haven't been on a judo mat since the early 2000s. I think I might have, maybe in the mid 2000s, I might have made an appearance. But they drill it into you. Slap the mat. Break fall. So, Carl, what did Tina have to say? Here's a question with addiction. Do you, maybe some people need those meetings every day. And I think at the beginning, I think the 90 meetings in 90 days is brilliant. I think it's a requirement because you want to do everything to make that sobriety stick. But at a certain point, you got to learn to trust. Trust has been a big issue with me. Stepper says, Allie, I got caught in Sydney in the 1990s, December flash flood, and was swimming down the road. I'll never forget it. It was wild and dangerous, but I was also a lifeguard and a strong swimmer. Hey, what's the matter? How are you, my friend? Carl says, she said, Carl, you're amazing. It sounds like she's a very astute and wise person, Carl. It's a great compliment. Simply says, I don't remember if you told me you did 90 and 90. I didn't. I only went to a few meetings. And the reason I went to the meetings at all, not because I felt that I needed them, Um, I thought it would replace the social aspect of going to bars, but what I needed was silence. What I needed was um, cultivating. Quitting drinking for me was a mystical experience, and I needed time to process that. I needed to be alone. I didn't need a social life. I had a decade plus of being social every single night, social to the extent of um, nearly drinking myself to an early grave and taking other people with me, unfortunately. Jamie says hi to everyone. Sam says hi to Curl. What's the matter? Says hi to Curl. Hey, Sinkbug, what do you think about the 90 and 90? Hey, Allie, are you still with us? What do you think about the 90 meetings in 90 days? You got it, Sinkbug. Simpa says, did you get any snow? Man, that's pretty early getting snow for you guys, right? You being real with myself is not my concern. But that's good. That's actually a relief. I really hate for you to be concerned about me being real, especially when I don't necessarily consider myself real. Not a huge fan, but I think right now it doesn't really matter. I'd like your opinion. Sometime we'll talk more about it. Carl says, "What's snow?" Thank you, Michael. Simpa says, "Michael, so you take life seriously then?" That's the perspective. How's the weather for you, Carl? Anyway, the whole thing was leading up that big spiel to my guest on Tuesday, who has a different approach. Michael says, never take life seriously, but there's another Michael. There's only one Michael. There can be only one. Michael's the Highlander. Hey, Skits, just passing by like a breeze through the trees to spread love to you, my friend Yogi. Thank you, Skits. I always appreciate it when you stop by. Carl says it's going to rain tomorrow. It's going to rain here too in the evening. I think the sun's finally coming out on Saturday. You really may be challenging yourself unnecessarily. I don't really challenge myself much anymore. I mainly just hang out, talk. Thickbook says, well, let him talk to me. Anyone who talks to this guy gets money straight out of my pocket, and I'll have them on my stream. You believe I'm pumping my brakes on myself for no good reason? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Sickbook says he's my friend. I appreciate that. Hey, Heavenly. Heavenly, how are you, my friend? I don't have brakes, man. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. That was my that was my best Vin Diesel. How did I do? Heavenly says I'm okay. I've been thinking about you, my friend. I've been sending some prayers. Sickbook says he's 6 years old and probably stronger than me. I don't know about that. Cypress sending some fire to Skits. Michael says, I believe you should step it up and join the crowd. On it. I'm on it. Skits says, Squirrel, your legend, brother. Heavenly says, thank you, Yogi Bear. You're welcome, Heavenly, always. All right. Sorry. Um, so my guest's on Tuesday. Using self-inquiry as a form of therapy from anxiety, from addiction, from all kinds of stuff. He said, great success rate. Um, again, in the 20 plus years. Thick Book says, Heavenly, you are the one that had issues yesterday. I tried to fix it. Yes, she is, by the way. Hey, Heavenly, that's an important thing for you to consider. Lots of people here have your back and are concerned for you. Michael, be respectful. He's not talking about himself, by the way. Let the grown-ups talk, mate. You're interrupting the chi. Heavenly says Yogi Bear knows about it too. We got you covered. Sickbug was concerned about both you and Lucy. Carl says no one has my back. I disagree, Carl. You got great mods. It says so. I have some wisdom I'd like to share before I go. It's called crap or cone. It's the idea that you sit in dog crap and you're holding an ice cream cone. I'll let you figure it out. Much love. I'm gonna have to think. I'm gonna have to unpack that one. Hey, Sigbug, it's okay. I do not worry about Michael. Heavenly says I disagree on that, Carl. Me too, Heavenly. Me too. Michael says, laughing, Yogi read my mind. I wasn't talking about myself. So that's why you're the yoga master. Sick Book says he went out of his way, said to Heavenly, went on my way to call the guy. Vouch for you and Lucy. Carl says, I'm getting rid of people who don't turn up anymore. But Carl, you never know why people don't turn up. You know, something might be going on in their life. They might be stuck at work. Um, all kinds of reasons why someone might not show up. But that doesn't mean they don't support you and they're not your friends. For me, pretty much not 100%, but I don't expect anyone to be here. I'm just appreciative when they do. And it says, thank you, brother Sickbug. It says, okay, I'll just say that it's the idea of being behind decisions we make or choice, rather, in life situations. Love you all, stay amazing. I say appreciate the ice cream no matter what, even if you're standing in it. Skits. You're a wise person, my friend. Coach says they don't leave comments on videos either. It happens, though. It happens. But the fact that they're subscribed means that they're still supporting you. I don't want to take any subscriber for granted. Jamie says hi to everyone. Jamie, how's your training going overall? You got any big goals you're shooting for? You said you haven't been deadlifting in a while. I saw you do some really good squats the other day. Skid says, appreciate the ice cream even if you're standing in it. It's simply amazing, Yogi. 2025. Hey, that was inspired by you, though, Skits. Sickbook says this man knows me and my grandma by name, and will call me if we're struggling. I'm not as nice as him though. You're pretty nice though. I think you're as nice as me, but you're probably tougher than I am. Gonna get some rain down in Tennessee soon. Maybe heading your way. Yep, we're getting it tomorrow night. No, you did some barbell squats recently, right? And it was deep, really deep, deep squats. I don't think it was an old one. I thought it was a recent one. $60K times 10. Ass to the grass. That's the one that I saw. And like I said, that was with deep squats. Excellent form, Jamie. Hey, Star Seeker, I'm here a lot. I've never commented, but I care. I appreciate that, my friend. Seeker, you mind? Seeker, do you mind if we check out your channel? Just want to sub. I want to give you support. I got you. Subscribed. I want to watch your video later on how a baby deer and turkeys play. Hey, you know what, Star Seeker? You did not have to come in here and did. You took a little extra time and you left a really kind comment, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Heavenly says, he missed me, Brother Sinkbug. Yeah, he is. He's nice and he does what he feels is necessary for his friends. Not afraid of calling someone out. Pippa says, love your squirrel video, Star Seeker, already subbed. Kettlebell jump squats the other day, 24 kilograms each hand, 48 grams total. 48 kilograms total. Nice. Ali says, I think they work if you are ready to put your own work into recovery. Was that something that you did too, Ali? No, but I don't think you need to go full depth with kettlebell squats because it's a very it stresses the core quite a bit. Have you ever done kettlebell front squats? Kettlebells in the rack. Don't hold them too far up on the shoulders, as that takes some of the stress off of the core. You want to tuck it in as much as you can and see how that fires up your core. Sigma says, I can't do squats or deadlifts anymore. I can't heavy squat anymore. Arthritis and scoliosis and bilateral sclerosis aren't a good combo. No, I imagine not. Star Seeker says, don't have a channel, just me skydiving. No one wants to see that. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty fascinating, though. Henry says, goodness, Brother Sinkbug. Sinkbug says, if anyone messes with any of you, I will send them money to talk to my face. I used to love overhead squats. When I was Olympic lifting, they were one of my all-time favorite moves. Great for mobility, great for it's still good for the legs, great for the core. Excellent shoulder stability exercise. You got to be spot on with the form. Zipper says, just skydiving, how modest. Ali says, Australia's weather is so unpredictable. 1990s, I think, is when our 10-year drought broke. 10-year drought, man, that's a long drought. Simply says picking at people and hiding behind a keyboard. Ellie says hi to Carl. Thinkbook says I never did competitive lifting, but got pretty good at it. I competed in powerlifting a bit. In my teens, I trained for bodybuilding, but I chickened out. I was going to enter the Teenage Mr. Annapolis, Teenage Mr. Baltimore. Um, the posing, the bikini briefs, being shy, all of that did not go over well with me. I thought about it again in my 20s, and then I got more involved in powerlifting. Hurt my back, blew out a shoulder powerlifting. Moved on to Olympic lifting. Loved Olympic lifting, but never competed. I just loved the movements. Snapper says, Allie, it was if I remember as a celebration, hence the swimming races. Jamie tried to combine upright row and overhead press into one movement. How'd that go? I think you could do a clean, power clean, or you could do a snatch movement. You could do a power snatch. That would be perfect because it gives you that wide grip. If you do a power clean, it's going to be a narrow grip, and you want a wider grip for better stability on your overhead squat. So a power snatch followed by a overhead squat. Perfect movement. Hey, it's Bloody One, Bloody One. I could read you a bedtime story, but I would probably fall asleep too, and no one wants to see an old man fall asleep on a live stream. Or do they? Could this be a new thing? Sickbook says, I seen you lifting, man, and I wouldn't want to try to compete with you. My back is always hurt. The thing with kettlebell sport, 90% technique. You get the technique down, uh, it looks more impressive than it actually is. Jamie said it was quite challenging. Let's see. Hey, Ryan. Ryan, how are you, my friend? Dude, my heart chakra and meridians are out of shock. I felt the pain of death. What's that? Uh, Sick bug. What was deleted? So what's going on, Ryan? Man, I haven't heard it called the Corona after Vince Corona. Great bodybuilding trainer. Starting to pull up by Christmas. You'll get there. Ryan says, I'm fine. I appreciate that, sick bug. So what has your chakras out of alignment? I always urge people not to worry too much about the chakras. Yes, things can get out of alignment, and it can happen actually easily sometimes. But not we generally don't know enough about that internal energetic system. The best thing to do is just have a steady meditation practice and things take care of themselves. Unless you know an Ayurvedic master. They are few and far between. I've taken Ayurvedic classes before, but I'm not one. My day's been really good, uh, Michael. I appreciate it. Simply says, I wasn't talking to you, Miss Yogi. Gotcha. Gotcha. Cannabis. Was that the issue or the solution? Hey, Jamie, think about trying a power snatch to an overhead squat. Hey, Song Ahan, just a quick hi, Yogi. Hope you're doing good. I am, my friend. Thanks for coming in. I'm thinking tonight's going to be a short one. Pop Tarts is here. Says Yogi, verification complete. Awesome. Can go live tomorrow around 4 p.m. Drop by and say hi. Chase my super demon troll away. Thanks. Just made a new short. I'm going to do my best to be there. Hey, Pop Tarts, what time zone are you in?
I'm gonna plug it in.
Sorry, guys. Just leaving a comment somewhere. Pop Tart, I'm going to do my best to get there. Congratulations. By the way, 66 subscribers. That's absolutely awesome. You worked hard for it. And you worked hard for it the right way. You went out and you made connections. The people you connect to, they're the ones that have your back. Hey, if you want to tag me when you go live, Eastern time, all right, 4 o'clock. I can do that. I can do that. I'm going to be on the lookout for you, Pop Tart. If you see me, on my afternoon live, please remind me. Sepper says the sound of Buddha. Carl says Yogi likes missing comments. I wouldn't say I like missing comments, but I do. I do miss a lot of comments. I apologize. Hey, Carl, if I ever miss one of yours, I apologize. Michael, how was your day? Maybe I should try negative grown pull-ups so I build strength through the full range of motion. Jamie, what do you think of the use of bands? I know a lot of people use bands for when they want to master muscle ups, they want to get more pull-ups, but I don't think you get the same range of motion. I could be wrong. I'm not a muscle up expert. I've done muscle ups before, but I'm not an expert. I don't know, Jamie. A lot of positives for negatives, but I don't think for learning a technique that negative is the best. Jamie says you only get better at the range you train for, so, but you can get stronger in a shorter range, and you can slowly increase your range of motion. So that, do you think, I got you with the bands? Popular says I want to push it up a little more tonight in case I lose a bundle of a night. Hey, is there anyone? Bye, Carl. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Is there anyone here not subscribed to Pop Tarts? as far as I know, I think Sniper can back me up on this. Once you've hit 50, even if you dip below, once you're verified, even if you dip below, they don't take it away, I think. Ali says, I just subscribed to Star Seeker. I hope you don't mind. Hey, Ali, are you subscribed to Pop Tarts? Pop Tart says, my name is Mark and Gracie Cat. Gotcha. All right, Mark. Sickbook says, say goodnight to Grandma. Miss Joan, have a good night. Thank you for watching. Always appreciate it when you stop in. And sending love to you. I'm going to be going to bed soon myself, actually. Probably going to be live for about 15 more minutes. Jamie says, thinks they can be useful in some instances. I think they're good for some resistant work. I think they're a good addition. I'm not sure how I feel about greasing the groove with that movement. Hey, Jody. Jody, how are you? Stepper says, good night to Sinkbug's grandma. By the way, let's see. Thank you for saying good night, Sniper. Carl says, I think I'm going live tomorrow at your regular time, Carl. Pop Star says, Jody, how's Andy? Hey, Nematodes, how are you, my friend? Jody says, I use bands in physical therapy. Good for that. And they are good for that, definitely. You know, Tom Brady, like him or not, still arguably best quarterback ever. And that could be debated. I don't know enough about football. I know he's got 5 rings. He had a very long career. He stopped lifting weights mostly, probably the last 5 or so years, and did mostly resistant band training because he said, how strong do I have to be? Do I still need to bench 300 pounds, squat 400 pounds to throw the football as far as I do? What he needed was resilience. He needed to be able to take a hit and be able to get back up and keep playing. Bands kept his strength up, but gave him greater resilience. Jamie says he used negatives to help me get my first pull up range of motion, so it seemed to work for me at least. I'll be interested in your progress, Jamie. It's a good opportunity to test it out. You got a goal. Ali says, I am now Yogi. Subscribe to Pop Tarts. Awesome. Hey, Mark, you got one more sub. Guys, make sure you return the favor. Ali says, Carl, I'm subscribed to you. Thank you, Ali. Hey, Logan. Maharashtrian, how are you, my friend? Good morning to you. Hey, Tandra. Hey, Yogi, I'm a bit late, but managed to catch you. I appreciate that. It is always good to see you, my friend. Zipper says, take care to our brand new friend, Logan. Tandra, how are you? Ali says, Carl, I'm subscribed. I live in Australia, so I miss a lot of lives due to a time difference here. Hey, Toy Pups. Carl says there's only one alley, and that's my managing moderators. Thank you, Maharashtrian. Tundra says, okay, Yogi, just been a bit busy. Just had a burst pipe in the kitchen. All fixed now, though. I'm glad you got it fixed. Toy Pups, how are you? Hey, thanks for checking out the podcast that I was on. For those who don't know, I was on the Institute for Advanced Astonishment, a podcast, a multi-platform podcast. So not just on YouTube. James Plath, it's a friend of mine. He's also a wonderful author. He is a deep, deep mystic. He was a professional magician. He was a you guys ever heard of the Amazing Randy? Amazing Randy was famous as not just a musician, as a skeptic. He was one who debunked Uri Geller. Anyway, James has a wonderful podcast, and he invited me up. It is up now. So if you were to search for the Institute for Advanced Astonishment, you would find it. You would see me. I got another podcast I'm going to be on next week. Yep, James Randy. Brilliant guy. Yeah, he was a really kind guy too. Anyway, yeah, my friend James, he was one of my first guests when I started doing more guests. And he talked about his apprenticeship with the Amazing Randy. He was just a kid. Sickwick says, I want to speak to Squirrel if he's joined and show his face on your channel. I'll be honest with you, Syncbug. I think you and Squirrel would get along well. I think you both have you are both people who have your friends back. You might differ in the best way to do it, but both of you guys are really fierce in your desire to protect the people that you care about. It's an admirable quality in both of you. Sickwick says, I'm a huge fan of the Amazing Randy. He passed away. He did. Hey, I'm going to have my Sickbug. I'll let you know when James is coming back up, and we could talk more about Randy. Toy Pups, we're here finally. Jody says that podcast sounds nice. It really is. James is one of my favorite people to talk with. He had Douglas Hofstadter about 3 months ago. Douglas Hofstadter is Pulitzer Prize winner. This is some very important work. Ali says, just commented on one of your live streams 7 days ago, Carl. Evan says, hey, Evan. Hey, Eric, that person you had, the animal books really had a positive vibes, just bouncing off her. She did. That's the natural result. And, you know, she told her story. She was homeless, her and her dog. So she put in the work to get there. We all have that capability. We all have that capacity for that great joy. I have had Tim Hortons before. I had an extended conversation about Tim Hortons this afternoon. Believe it or not, an overextended. Toy Pup says, say to Squirrel Sniper. Sniper says, Stinkbug, I have no beef with you or Joshua whatsoever. Again, I think you guys, you got more in common than you might realize. Stinkbug says, on any channel, brother, you know how many people have told me they've hurt him. I'm not afraid to hurt people, but I don't do it to innocent people.
Hi, Yogi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
What do you got?
I got some cookies I thought I'd share with everyone.
Did you get them at Tim Hortons?
No, that's a Canadian. Yo, you guys have Tim Hortons too, don't you?
We have them up north, like the borders of New York and everything. I don't think we have any down here. Maybe.
We have a Tim Hortons on every corner. But
Yeah,
these
Tim
were
Hortons
from,
is big.
I'm not sure where, someone gifted these to me. So, I mean, Halloween was like a little while back. I don't know, right? How are you, Yogi? How is everything?
Everything is good. Everything is good. I hope you get a chance to check out yesterday's guest. Just in so many
Yes,
ways.
Yogi, you guess that was on yesterday?
Uh-huh.
Yes, because I missed your live stream, so I was rewatching. I'm kind of halfway through. You've been having some really awesome guests come up, Yogi. We love them. All their messages seem to be this along the same lines of just peace and kindness and forgiveness and loving oneself.
Definitely. And you know who she reminded me of?
Mhm. Yes, we didn't get to the part yet, Yogi, where you gave me a shout out.
But
Who,
she really
Yogi? Who does she
does.
remind you of? Your guest yesterday.
She reminded me of you.
Thank you, Yogi. Rising up, straight to the top. Yogi's heading there right now. Yeah, Yogi, just say nice things to me. Because she was amazing.
She was.
And I love that you would think it reminded you of Toy Pops, because that was really special.
Yeah. Let me say goodnight to our friend Allie. She's says, have a wonderful evening, Yogi. May this wonderful community chat have a lovely evening also. Much love from us, Joy. Thank you so much, Allie.
Good night, Ali Bird. Good night, Ali Bird 4920.
Allie Bird was one of my first guests when I started doing, guests talking about specific issues. And she shared her a harrowing story of her years through addiction and how she emerged from it and has gone on to help so many people. Beautiful. She's a beautiful person.
Yes. And she went through a lot.
Yeah.
And it seems like there was a lot of learning in there. Focus, it's important. Like it inspired me to stay on the track of healing. Not to give up on yourself.
Squirrel Sniper says you're making him hungry, by the way.
You can have one, Squirrel Sniper. It was from Halloween. You have one first. You can have one first, Squirrel Sniper, and then I'll have one after. Tell me if anything happens, okay, Squirrel Sniper? I'll let you know.
What's new in the world of Toy Pops?
Yogi, you want to bite?
I do not want to bite. I would have thought about it until you said Halloween.
This is my face reveal, guys. Face reveal. Consider yourself.
So that's 20-some days old.
Oh my God, stop it.
It might have turned into a hallucinogen. You might take a bite and you're gonna go on this big long trip. You're gonna see things. If you see Toy Pups dancing across the screen, listening to the music that only she can hear, you know it's from the cookie.
You already know. I could talk to myself for hours. Yogi, you know I can, right?
I do. Hey, Evan says the interaction on this channel is so much different than other chat sites and internet places. Other places seem so toxic. I'm glad that we have our problems here. We have some issues, but I don't think it's ever been toxic.
No. I'll
And
share my story of how I found this channel. And when I first came in, I came in to be a supportive channel, support the channel and do what I can to help the content creator. And just by coming in and listening, I was like, wow, I was taking in little bits and pieces. Sometimes I wasn't understanding everything, but I just listened, and I got bits and pieces. And I remember when you started to do the co-stream, and I was like, you said, Toy Pops, would you like to come up? And I was like, okay. And I
little
came
did I
up.
know what I was getting into.
Little did you know, right? I was like, mistake. Well, you just made a big mistake. You invited me, and I came up, and it was so much fun. That's when you got me to actually do real breath work. I had done it on my own in the reason to go to sleep, but not in the to practice it. You know what I mean? And I was like on the live stream, and you said, "Would you like to do? We can do 478." And I was like, "Okay, right." And I think we did 6 of them. And I remember coming off saying, "Wow, I feel like I'm on cloud 9." Right? This is so amazing. And then I came up a couple times, and I realized when I started sharing, when I first came in the stream, I remember saying to you, Yogi, that I have haters on YouTube, and I'm really scared because I didn't want to build friendships. I was scared to build friendships, right? And you said to me that don't worry about it, Toy Pops. We have your back, right? You don't have to feel scared in here. It's a safe place, and we have your back. And I trusted in that, but because I had trusted before and someone had breached my trust, I was that like, that little bit of like, I don't know. And one day out of random, I was in the in your live stream. Someone came in before you had even got to that message because you were a little behind in chat, Yogi. And someone had
Me?
left a message. Someone left a really mean message, and they directed it to Toy Pops. And I remember Scroll Sniper handled business. He is so on point with these things. Like, because we didn't even read it yet, right? First, he removed the message, and then I think he was giving them a chance or something. And they said something again, and then he just got rid of them altogether. He had my mental health in his hands. You know what I mean?
I do.
Like, it meant so much to me because he didn't even know me, and he protected me with nothing. He didn't want anything from me. He just protected my mental health. And that is an extension of you, Yogi, because he's such a big supporter of you. And it says so much about him and that he supported you so much and he had your back. And I don't tolerate timing out and removing people from my live streams and things like this. But when I read the message that the person had left, I was so thankful. And I realized that I'm safe in here to the point of where I came onto one of your co-streams and I actually shed tears for the first time. I was able to be honest about something because I trusted that being in this space, I was going to be able to get the help that I needed. And Yogi, it's been over a year that we've been friends and that you've supported me in my mental health. And I'd like to say that I've came leaps and bounds from where I was. I was at the point of I was like not liking my life and I just did not want to exist. That's where I was in my life. And I begged and begged and begged, and no one heard me. But you heard me, Yogi. You heard me, and you have been that friend to me ever since. And so, like, if anyone says that this is not a safe place and this is not whatever, that's a perception that they're perceiving out onto the world. That is not who you are, Yogi, and that is not what this stream is about. It's exactly what this subscriber just said. It's so different from other places that we visited and that we've experienced on YouTube. And we're so thankful that you are available to us 3 times, sometimes 4 times. Sometimes, guys, like, what do you do on YouTube so much you could go 4 times in the day? And guess what? You come on here and do, Yogi. You offer us breath work. You offer us a place that we can let some of our stressors off and that we can continue with our families that are in our physical world and that we can continue to be the best us that we can be. And we have nothing but gratitude towards you. Every morning, you've taught us to say thank you, the 3 thank yous, you know?
Yep.
And we always say thank you for you, Yogi, for being in our life, because not only do we get you 4 times during the day, sometimes we get you in private as well. And guys, I can't even afford to do a membership. Usually people that do a membership on Yogi's live streams. Did you guys know that the Yogi has a goal to reach 1,000 members in his channel? Yogi, what number are you at now? Do you know?
I don't know. I think I was over 50.
That's not even close to Yogi's goals, guys.
It
He's
isn't.
so far from his goals. He needs to get to 1,000 members on his channel. One thing you can do, if you have come in here, I'm going to put a challenge out there. If you have come in here and the Yogi has helped you somehow in your life, I'm going to beg you guys, because I can't do, with the card. It's been, that privilege has been taken from me because I was scammed twice, right? Not once, but twice. And so I appreciate it even if someone can gift a membership. Guess how much is a membership on the Yogi? And for all the things he offers, it's 99 cents, guys. Am I correct, Yogi?
You are. I have 57 members.
50. He's still not even close, guys. But he's over the 50. He's over the 50 for 100. At least let's get him to 100 so he can feel motivated to keep pushing this, because you know what, Yogi? His membership offers so much more. It offers you private breath work. It offers you private time with the Yogi if you want private time. And for 99 cents a month, I say gift 5 memberships if you can, right? If you can do that for the Yogi to show appreciation for all that he's done for us, we would love and appreciate you so much. We're going to go so far as to say, if you can do that, we will show your channel. And we're at 52,000 subscribers, 400. And we're just nothing but growing. We will give all of that to whoever supports the Yogi with a gifted 5 memberships or gifted 10 memberships. The offer stands for until December 25th, Christmas, guys.
Thank you so much for that, Toy Pups.
Anybody that supports the Yogi and he tells me that this person gifted 5 memberships or gifted 10 memberships, you have Toy Pop's undivided attention. I will do whatever it takes to push your channel. I promise. That's my scout's honor, and I always stand by my word. Thank you, Jody. That's how
Thank
we
you, Jody.
do it, girl. You got my love, girl. Not only do you have the Yogi's love, but you got Toy Pops all to yourself. I need my attention to go somewhere and distract me a little bit. And so I'm going to offer all of that to you, whoever does a membership on the Yogi's live stream. And if you can gift 5 memberships, because it's only 99 cents. If you gift 5, it allows me to possibly be a member as well, because I'm missing out on everything just because I can't get a membership. But if someone has the heart and the love, and guys, it's a season of giving. If you can do that for the Yogi, because I am his financial manager, by the way, BTW. He didn't give me that job. I gave myself that job.
Let me ask the chat a question real quick. Is it, because I didn't want to ask you this. Is it, Toy Pup says it's customary that financial managers take 90% of of what their clients make. Is that right?
If you don't make money, Yogi, how am I gonna make money? You need to come super chat me sometimes, you know? And if you're not making money, how are you gonna support Toy Pops? Like, yeah,
Agreed.
I
You got
say like
hungry.
I got my own strategy going here, right? I got my own strategy. Guys, we need the Yogi to like at least this is the way the Yogi makes a living on. This is the how the Yogi survives, guys. He needs to survive. He needs to live. He has a taxes that he has to pay. He has a life that he needs to live every day. He needs to do groceries. Like, guys, this is the Yogi. He can work in an office. That's how qualified the Yogi is, okay? He is qualified beyond, but he found a mental safe place for him that he can share with more than one person at a time.
Hey, can we talk about
It's not 90, it's more like 95%.
I
You
saw
know
that.
how I operate. You know how I operate, Scroll Sniper.
I want to talk about mods and top mods for a second.
Yes.
Because yeah, I'm like with you. I
Yeah.
don't like timing people out.
Yeah.
But I've come around a bit that for one, I have to have complete trust
Mm-hmm.
in the top mods
Mm-hmm.
to let them do their job
Mm-hmm.
without me interfering,
Mm-hmm.
without even me
Mm-hmm.
even questioning.
It's not
Um,
you, it's your top mod. That's his job.
right. So what I've learned to uh, not to question. Sniper knows exactly how, and it's not like Sniper. You know, he made a mistake, and he said, "Oops, sorry," and he went and apologized.
If the person can't accept it, Scroll Sniper, it's not on you anymore because you were the bigger person. You made a mistake. You owned it. You did your time for it. Well, why do you have to keep doing time for it?
But
Done.
I
It's left. It's been the past.
right, I just I appreciate anyone who is like I remember Maddie timed someone out, and he
Yeah.
apologized and said, "Sorry, I will not tolerate anyone being disrespectful to you." And I said, "Maddie, man, how could I get upset with that? Someone
Yeah.
who just cares that much that they say something like that." I was like, you know what? Uh, that's when I started thinking that the mods have my back, and
He was protecting you, but he
right,
was also affected. So if I mean, we say like this, right? Like you can come for us, right? Someone can come for you, someone can come for me. We can handle it, right? But when it affects someone else in the chat, you know, someone that's mental health means something to us, right? Their safety means something to us. That's why we're here. That's why we live stream, right? Like live streaming at this point is hurting me more than it's helping me. I'm even contemplating not live streaming anymore, you know? Because with the moderators, it's kind of like, you know, we trust in these people. We're giving a privilege. It's a privilege to be modded up. You know, it's like we're opening our home. We're saying open the fridge. Take something out of the fridge if you want. You know what I mean? If you feel tired, go lay down on the bed if you want to. We're opening our home, offering everything once you get the blue jacket, right?
right.
And so
Go ahead.
you have to trust, right? Like we're trusting, and top mods are top mods. Everyone's modded, but there's top mods,
It's
right?
also a tough job.
It is. Imagine how hard it is for Scroll Sniper to say, man, this is going to be on me now, right?
So I just, again, I just want to say that um, I appreciate everyone who cares about my channel. I appreciate everyone who cares about me. Just a big, big thank you. And I have Brian, my friend. How are you? We haven't seen you for a while.
Hi.
That because I'm doing things different. With the guest. when I can't read all the comments like I used to. I used to pride
Yeah.
myself on reading every single
Yeah, me
comment,
too.
but I
You feel
just can't
bad
do
when
it.
you miss one, right?
Right. I just can't do it anymore. So
Yeah.
my relying on the those mods are even more important now. So, and I've also adjusted my. I used to never ever want to, time someone out for an extended period of time or even
Mm-hmm.
block them.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm learning is, uh, I always say cast no one out, and I try to live by
Yeah.
that.
And you
But
still are like that. You still are like that because they can come back tomorrow
right, but
with
also the
with
key. Now, I actually have recently blocked someone. The key is when you say cast someone out, it means don't cast them out of your heart,
yeah.
but you might need to do something on the level of YouTube or the level of your life.
Yes. At the end of the
To
day, this is your job, Yogi, right?
right,
This is your job. And I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Some people are going to accept it, right? Like,
um,
not everybody wears Nike sweatsuits. You know what I mean?
right,
But Nike's going to keep making those sweatsuits because there's a certain amount of people that like to wear Nike sweatsuits. It's a choice. Up to you. Like, nobody's forcing you to go buy the Nike sweatsuit. You know what I mean? If it's not a place for you, remove yourself from that place. But don't like a it's YouTube is such a tricky world. You know what I mean?
right,
There's so
and
many, like, you can read a chat. Someone asked me the other day, how do you hear the people when you're live streaming? Like, how do you hear them? And I'm like, well, this is my outlook on life. I take everything lightheartedly, right? So if my
you faded
sorry,
out.
can you hear me, Yogi?
Yep, you faded out for a second.
Can you hear me?
Yep, you're back now.
I say, like, how can I read a message mean if it mean is not in my heart?
Right.
If what's in my heart is kindness and love, I'm going to read this, whatever it is, I'm going to read it with kindness and love, right? Because that's how I'm intending it to come across to me. What other people read and see, that has nothing to do with me.
True.
That it's kind of like, and so when people come into the chat and they're saying negative, mean things, and it affects someone else in a negative, mean way, not everybody might see it like that. That's kind of how I look at it, right? um
Um,
to allow me to be the judge, the way, but you're still the content creator, you're still the one in charge of the stream. The what you're doing, Yogi, is beyond. Like, you are just like a superstar. You have these amazing guests, like, on the bestsellers list, and they're coming on here. They need your undivided attention because the message that the both of you side by side is sharing is priceless. So I agree with you with having a top mod and letting them be in charge of handling business. I think Scroll Sniper has been with you forever and ever and
yep.
ever. That he has never shown a bad side of him, a negative side that's like malicious or those bad things. He always comes from a good place. And I agree with you. Like, I would trust in him. Because you need to have that someone there that you can trust in. And you need to keep doing what you're doing, which is focus on the guest. And if people want to come in and chat, that's great. But to come in and be disruptive, I disagree with that. But I would advise you, Yogi, to ignore all of the disruptiveness and stay true to your message, because your message changes lives.
Well, thank you. But I appreciate, like I said, every single person that cares about my channel. Hey, Selma.
Mhm. Hi, Sami.
I want to give a big shout out to our friend Brian, who his channel's name is Men of the Laurels. You know Men of the Laurels. You know Brian. He's been training really hard to get into the fire department.
He got in.
He got in.
Congratulations.
So big congratulations to Men of the Laurels.
We love a man in uniform. Just putting it out there. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to
Especially
stick.
firefighter uniform.
I'm gonna have to go dig out my old Boy Scout uniform then, and wear it on
No,
a
we
nice.
said firefighter. Nobody wants to see you in a Boy Scout uniform.
It's the only uniform I have, actually.
Yogi, you're so funny. Nobody wants to see that, Yogi. TMI. We're like, can you picture these little mini shorts? They're like so tiny with this little short sleeve shirt. And Yogi's barely trying to fit into there. He has camel toe like there's no tomorrow.
Now you see, you took it to a whole nother
That's what I
upsetting level.
mean. When you say random things like that, Yogi, we're like, what? Stop it. Yogi's funny, guys. He's so funny. Congratulations to you. That's a pretty big deal to get into the fire department.
It is, and he wanted it so bad. He worked hard to get there.
Ugh.
He trained. He got in shape.
Congratulations to you. Rising up straight to the top. You're gonna be a firefighter. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna save people's lives. And we're gonna say, oh my God, you saved lives today. That's what we're gonna say. We're gonna be like, how many lives did you save today?
Yeah, Brian's a great guy too.
Yeah, you have amazing people in your live stream, Yogi. It says a
No
lot for
more,
what you do.
no more amazing than the one that I have with me now.
Thank you. You always say such nice things, and now I'm learning to accept it. Like I know now, I'm like I know you know it. I'm amazing.
Selma's
Borderline
eating.
cocky.
Selma is eating McDonald's, by the way.
Selma, we got Kentucky today for dinner. And Yogi, I want to share something with you because you know I have a lot of social anxiety, right?
Yep.
But today, like yesterday, out of the blues, one of my best friends of many, many years, I'm not going to say the number because we don't want anyone to guess my age, but for many, many years, and we hadn't seen each other for like 6 years. And she just called me out of the blues, and she was not going to, like, even this morning, her car battery broke down, and she's like, I don't need a man. I could do anything a man can do. And guess what? She changed her car battery, and she was going to make sure she did it because she promised to come pick me up today and go out. And I tried to cancel so many times. Even this morning, I tried to, and she knew me so well that she just said, I don't care if you come in your pajamas and even if you didn't brush your teeth, we're going for coffee anyways, right? I'll get the coffee. We'll sit at the front porch. She wasn't taking no for an answer. And um when we went out today, I was a little bit bragging about my yoga journey as a yogi in training, right?
Uh-huh.
With my breath work. She wants to know why, because a year ago I was a different person, right? But why am I so like going through struggles, but I'm still like upbeat? And I was mentioning to her I have a really great friend. He's a yogi, like a real life yogi, and he's taught me how to do breath work, and we were having this whole spew. So guess what we did at the end of our visit?
Breathwork.
No, we went to the community center and we signed up to do a yoga class, and now I'm going to be starting to doing
Oh,
postures.
awesome. That's completely awesome.
Yeah, and I was gonna forget to mention that to you. She said your yogi friend is gonna be so proud of you because now you're really gonna be a yogi because you're gonna be doing postures. So thank you for that, Yogi. You started us on a journey that's like, who would have thought that I would be signing up for postures?
I'm making a prediction.
What?
You will eventually be a yoga instructor.
Oh my God, Yogi. Like, like you always say this to me. My insights are like whatever, and like I don't believe in myself, you know that, like I'm not even making that up, right? Like I truly don't believe in myself. But Yogi, I believe in positive affirmations. I believe in encouraging words. I believe in like these kinds of things, and Yogi, you've been that friend to me. You have been my positive affirmation kind of, you turn everything negative I say about myself, you just manage to turn it around and leave me feeling inspired, you know? I'm nothing but grateful. So, guys, all I'm asking, can you guys gift the membership so maybe I might get to be a member? Just putting it out there into the universe. I would love to be a member on your channel, Yogi. I had the privilege, I think, twice to be a member.
Yep, Eric Lapointe got you one,
Eric
and he was
Lapointe,
shooting for it. He was like, that's what he wanted,
and
and
I
it came up.
got it. I was like, how did I get a member on Yogi's live stream? I was like, oh my God. If you guys can do membership or gift a membership, Yogi, I'm going to figure out for the new year how to do some kind of a way that I can give back to my community this way, you know? Because I feel like I want to. I like giving back that way too, as well, to even just start the train going, you know? It just takes
Yep.
that one person, like Jody did earlier, you know, it just takes that one person to just maybe put it out there that can someone else follow that train, you know?
Hey,
Because Yogi needs 1,000.
Eric
And now
Lapointe,
he's only at 58. Thank you, Eric Lapointe.
do you see his comment? True
Oh.
story about trying to get you that membership.
Oh my God. Eric Lapointe is like, I'm inspired by him these days. Oh my
Thank you,
God.
Eric.
Thank you. Eric Lapointe. I don't know if I got it. Can somebody else do it? Because I don't know if I got it. Oh my God, Eric. You're like the best.
Buddha got
I
it.
mean, you're like, oh, guys, it's only 99 cents. Come on. It's the time of the, like, Eric Lapointe. Buddha got it. Oh my God, Buddha. You're so lucky. She's a good channel too.
Yep.
I
Nothing
know
but
you tried Christmas, man. I know you tried. You're such a Christmas tree kind of man. You should do Santa Claus. You should start doing some Santa Claus shorts, Eric. My advice to you, because you can go viral. I want anything for you to go viral. You got to just get a Christmas Santa Claus outfit, get some Grinch outfits. Tis the season for some costumes, Eric Lapointe.
I want Eric Lapointe merch.
Yeah, I would
Because
want
he
his
could
merch
have-
too.
He could have
I can
Christmas.
see him being creative with it.
He could have Christmas tree decorations.
He
Who wouldn't
can,
want Eric
yeah,
Lapointe?
ornaments. You just need one or two to get the train rolling. Just even Eric Lapointe, they have the blank ornaments, and then you would sell the stuff that goes inside of the ornament. Like you can do the snow, you can do a Christmas tree on the inside, and they would build it. And then they would have like the Eric Lapointe sticker to put on the outside. If you want to talk sales, let's talk sales because I have ideas for days. That would be a great merch for the holidays.
I'm going to interrupt for a second. Lady Sky had said that her aunt and uncle were watching and said hi. So I want to say hi to Lady Sky's aunt and uncle, who also asked if I was ready for the holidays next week. You know, I haven't even thought about it, to be completely honest with you.
You guys have Thanksgiving, right?
Thanksgiving, yep. Next Thursday.
You're going to need a turkey. No, you're a vegetarian. You're going to need squash. You're going to need some pumpkin.
I will eat
Some
exactly
vegetable
what I ate
stuff. You're
on
going to need some
Wednesday.
vegetable stuff. I'm trying to think of some vegetable meals, and I'm like, I
That's so sad that you can't think of a single vegetable. You're like squash, and
it took me a while. I was like,
you could probably name
squash,
17
maybe
different types of meat off the
zucchini.
top of your head, and you can't think of a single vegetable.
I'm
You're
having
like,
Kentucky for
you're
dinner.
like,
Like, what the heck?
some kind of like orange vegetable or maybe a purple vegetable.
Squirrel
they have
says like a
names.
nut roast. Oh my God, Squirrel Sniper. My imagination's running wild. Whenever I hear nuts, I'm just like, it's like a bad word. Nuts. Like nuts.
It's like a bad word, but you can't stop saying it. Toy Pups is like, it's like a bad word, but nuts. Whatever you do, guys, don't think
you
about
get the
nuts.
imagination, like nuts. You know what I mean? Nuts.
Well, now I know what you mean because you've been saying it for 42 times.
So he said it. He said nut roast. That doesn't sound good. Like, just get outside, start a fire, do some nut roast. You know what I mean?
Hey, Parajan, how are you, my friend?
Falcon's like, poor Yogi. He's stuck with that co-streamer who's so random and weird. Hi, Parjat. Squirrel Sniper, you're funny. Yogi, we took up a lot of your time. You're
That's
so
okay. Yeah, I'm
amazing.
going. As soon as you and I are done, I'm gonna go to bed. So, you helped me extend it just a little bit longer. I appreciate that.
You've been extending some of your night live streams. Like last night you went in, but I understand why now because the guest last night, you went until Yogi normally finishes live streams probably around 6:30. The latest he'll go is 6:45. But last night you were on till around 7. I think it was like 7, almost 7:30 you got off.
Yeah, it was. We almost went 2 hours, but she was such an awesome guest.
Yeah.
So much joy, so much kindness, full of song. Again, she reminded me of someone else I know.
Aw, thanks, Yogi. I like when you say that. Like, and especially because that I can take, right? Like when you compare me to someone, I try to go see the similarities, like I want to see the similarities. Why would you feel like because I feel like I'm so unique, you know what I mean? But then
Well,
when I see the things that I get it, what you're talking about, and I'm like, oh my God, really?
so
I get to
like
see
something like
myself
that.
differently.
Yep, it doesn't take away from your own uniqueness because you express
Yeah.
those. It's the qualities, but how
Yeah.
you both express those qualities are different. You're both
Yeah, but
unique.
I never knew how to I wasn't like, I'm very competitive, right? And so I always beat myself up. So I do a lot of comparison. But now I'm not doing comparison. I'm doing more of seeing their unique beauty. You know what I mean? And to be kind of compared to that or to be reminded, it wasn't compared. You were reminded of a friend. And to be reminded because of your co-streamer yesterday, I was like, I felt so privileged. I
You want
saw
to know?
myself differently.
You want to know the big difference? 2 hour conversation with her, and she never once said nut roast. Not even once.
Guys, the other day I was chatting with Yogi, and then he was like, it was so funny, right? We were having a serious conversation. Toy Peps needed some serious help. And Yogi was being such an amazing friend. And Toy Pops, sometimes she goes crazy and she just starts to laugh at the most randomest things. And then Yogi said, okay, let's get back to the serious conversation. Yogi was so funny. Yogi's like, stop it. You're not allowed to make fun of me anymore. You have to just get back to the serious stuff. It's so funny. Yogi, you're so funny.
And amazingly, you didn't stop.
No, I
That
kept
just
making fun of you.
it just
I
spurred
was
you on even farther. Hey, Shelly. Hey, our friend Shelly is here.
Hi, Shelly. Oh, you have a 1 at the end. Now I understand why. I was just going to say to you, I've been trying to tag you. I put in goals.r for you. Nothing. It goes black. I do dress sweet in capital letters. It goes black. I do it in little letters. It goes, I can never find you. But now I see. It's cool how YouTube does it like this, right? Now I see the 1 at the end, so I have to add the 1 at the end. Can I give one YouTube advice before I go, Yogi?
Yep.
So this would be my advice to anybody with a channel because YouTube sometimes, and it's doing this for a reason. YouTube does everything strategically, right? And they do it for a reason. So do you know how sometimes your username is different from your handle name?
Yep.
But like I just complained. I said I try to put goals are for you and I can't find you. And but that's the one I see all the time. I see goals are for you. Shout out to goals.are for you, right? I see that channel all the time. But their ad handle is Dress Sweet, number 1, right? Dress Sweet, number 1. What I would advise is let your username and your handle be the exact same.
Yep,
It makes
done
it
that.
so much easier for people to connect with you because you're missing out. You know what I mean? It's like it makes it harder for channels to tag you. It makes it harder for channel to find you, right? So
Mhm.
I would advise making your username and your handle the same exact thing so that you'll be easily found, especially when you're trying to grow a channel.
Good
You
advice.
could change it in the YouTube studio, says Squirrel Sniper, and you can do it. Shelly says she's living off the grid.
How do you like it, Shelly?
It looks fun, Shelly. And is it dark like that all the time? And are you guys just living out of the fire, out of the chimney? Or it's what's it called? The fireplace, right?
Yep.
But they call it something else. She called it some they're living I think the fire is in the house. They're heated by the fireplace. Cutting wood daily, solar and lanterns at night. Oh, that's so dreamy. Can you email us some of that lifestyle? Wouldn't it be amazing if you could bottle that lifestyle and just live it for a couple days?
Be pretty cool.
That would be so cool. I told you I'm a great salesperson, girl. Bottle that up, sell it.
All right, Toy Pups, you want to help me say
Yeah.
goodnight to everyone?
I'm going to say bye, Yogi. I love you, Yogi. Thank you for having us on your stream.
Thank you for being here. I'm going to say goodnight with you at the same time. We're going to end the live stream together.
Thank you, Yogi.
Thank you for hanging out with me.
Thank you for having us up here. And I apologize if I went over my time limit.
Nope, you were perfect. Always.
Thank you,
You know,
so
I
much.
never have any complaints about you
Oh,
whatsoever.
I don't want to be taken advantage either, so
You never do. Thank you,
I'm
Erica
just
Point.
very hard to say goodbye. Like Yogi has been trying to say bye for the last 15 minutes.
No, we
If
always
you guys
have
do a membership, it's worth it. I'm just saying, super chat, it's worth it. Yeah, I love you, Yogi.
Love you too, my friend. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be here live at 5. I have a great guest tomorrow at 1 o'clock. It is, let's see, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about navigating from anxiety to a experienced state of love. Not just love, not a concept, but an actual state of love. That's going to be Karen Zupko. And what are you doing?
I was doing the peace sign, but I wanted to do it with my nails, not like
Oh.
my ugly finger.
Gotcha.
That looks
I just
so
saw
ugly,
these.
right? I was like, peace.
I saw these fingers creeping in.
Like,
It's like,
I
is
was
she
like,
pointing
no.
at me? Is she?
No, I was doing like peace sign.
And we're also going to talk about the natural psychic gifts that come from the practice of forgiveness.
Wow, that sounds
Hey, Nature Guy.
exciting.
And we're also going to talk about the divine feminine. So be here tomorrow, 1 o'clock. It's going to be awesome.
Be there or be square.
Says the draft. That is
Well,
a
Squirrel
draft.
Sniper said finger puppets. I stayed away from them, but then he called me out. Bye, guys.
So, guys, we'll see y'all later. Take care. We love
Yogi,
you.
click me off. I'm not going to click. You click me off because
I'm clicking
just
us
do it
all.
once.
Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.